Chuck, I swear to God, if this recipe works out, I am driving to your house and I am giving you a hug.
Welcome to Crocs in the Kitchen.
I'm Brian.
And I'm Jessica.
Today we will be making a recipe from one of our favorite YouTubers, Chuck from Brand New Vegan. If you don't know about Brand New Vegan, you are absolutely missing out. He was a great resource for us when we first got started, made some fantastic recipes, and all in all, just a great channel to follow.
Yeah, he makes really simple recipes that taste extremely delicious, and his videos are very useful. He has a great flow to everything. He does a good job breaking it all down and making it very simple for you. So we thought we would try out one of his recipes that we've been eyeing for a while now, and it is the Smoky Vegan Carrot Dogs.
Yes. I don't know if this will be, the magic that is like, oh my God, this absolutely tastes like a hot dog, but we'll find out soon enough.
Yes, we actually have another YouTube friend, Martin.
Yes.
The Potato Mage.
Yes.
What is his title? It's like Potato Mage of the...
Yeah, I don't know. Martin,
it's Martin,
you know who you are.
From Berlin. And so he made this recipe last week and filmed himself doing it and gave, some insight on his end as well. So we will link to both Chuck. Obviously, we're going to link to him for the recipe and everything else you need to know about this. And we'll also link to Martin so you can see his version of the Smoky Carrot Dogs. So since this is not our recipe and you definitely need to check out Chuck, like I said, we'll link to him for the complete recipe. So we're not going to give you any amounts or anything in this, but we'll go over them briefly. So we printed out our recipe from Chuck's website, and it requires soy sauce, and you want to use the low sodium version, apple cider vinegar, vegetable broth, which is low sodium. We actually like to use better than
bouillon.
Bouillon. It is a concentrate, basically, of veggie stock, and so we just keep this tiny little jar in our refrigerator and then measure. Yep. We boil water for how much we need, and then there's basically a teaspoon of this goes into 1 cup and makes 1 cup of veggie stock.
Yep.
And
says 1 teaspoon of better than bouillon equals 1 cube or an 8-ounce can of broth.
And then the next thing is maple syrup, which is not something we use a whole ton of, but
we have it in stock.
We have it in our fridge.
We just don't ever use it.
Liquid smoke, which we use all the time. Yellow mustard.
Yes, we had this as a remnant as well.
Yes, that was leftover from our old days.
The old days.
The old days.
The dark ages of the Crocs. And
we also need some garlic. It says fresh, but Chuck also used the minced in his video, we noticed, so we just went with that.
We're lazy.
We're lazy. He also suggests, which I think would be actually really good, is the pickled jalapeno juice.
Yes, the juice from a jalapeno jar.
I think that would add like a nice little kick, but like a little bit of, I don't know what.
Vinegariness and
exactly.
brininess.
Yeah, but we don't have that on hand, so we did not put that in there. And then also some onion powder. Yay. So once you just basically, it's so easy. You just measure out your quantities into a container, then you whisk it up with your tiny whisk and, get everything incorporated, and then you have your marinade.
Yep. Then you have to cut up your carrots and get them ready to be marinated.
So we've already actually cut the end of these. So you're basically wanting to cut them about bun length. So that's what we've already done, but we need to basically go back and just cut off the ends of them. So we'll do that. Normally I would be standing for this task, but I'm sitting because Brian is 6'6", and if he stands, you can't see the counter anymore in our shots.
Yeah, if you've ever wondered why we sit in our kitchen, that's exactly the reason why. If I could, I would have a much taller place to work from, but I don't have that. So this is what we're doing.
It's very fun to try to get the height difference in this shot.
Oh yes. Go back and watch like our first video where we're standing next to each other, and you can see that like I'm well over the refrigerator and like a head over her.
He's a foot taller than me.
Yeah, so
yeah, I'm not really short. He's just really tall. So I'm gonna go peel these and then we will come back. I have returned with the rest of the carrots.
yay!
Okay, now that we have all the carrots cut and peeled, Beef, what are you doing here? So Chuck actually originally, it looks like, made this recipe and you boiled them and did like a whole thing to marinate them. And so you can do that. So if you don't have an Instant Pot, do not fear. You can still do this recipe. He has instructions for both ways. We have an Instant Pot, so we're gonna use this. This is a 6-quart Instant Pot. And just to note, which Chuck noted in his video, and that basically the least amount of liquid you ever wanna use in, I think a 6-quart is about a cup of liquid. And so this is about a little bit more than a cup, I think, but around a cup. So if you have a bigger Instant Pot, like an 8-quart,
yeah,
you might have to double the amount of the marinade you make because Instant Pots are weird. So make sure you check your Instant Pot manual and all that stuff. We're trusting Chuck here that our Instant Pot's not gonna blow up. I don't think it would blow up anyway, but yeah. So yeah, basically on the Instant Pot directions, you just add the carrots and the marinade to the Instant Pot, attach those and seal the lid, and then cook on manual for 3 minutes. So let's do it.
Let's get started.
We let our carrots marinate in the Instant Pot for about an hour after the pressure was released, just to get a bit of extra flavor. And then it was time to head out to the grill.
Remember folks, always clean your grill, especially if it is a communal grill like we have. This also gave us a chance to try out our spiffy new grill mat. Apparently it is non-stick and allows for the grill marks to still occur. And as you can see, we grilled up some corn for our nice little meal. I mean, if you're gonna do some grilling, might as well grill up some corn too. After that, we basically just kept rotating the carrot dogs and basting them in the marinade until eventually they turned out nice and juicy like this. I really had my doubts about this recipe, but man, that just looks phenomenal. That looks like a hot dog. And of course, we have some curry mustard on there and some water sauteed onions, of course, our grilled corn. And since it looked so good, we just decided to stay up on the roof for this nice Missouri sunset.
The one thing I noticed when we first grabbed these out of the Instant Pot was how much they smelled like hot dogs.
They smell incredibly.
Chuck, I
like
do
hot
not
dogs.
know how you replicated the hot dog smell for better or worse, but these smelled like hot dogs. And I think that kind of lent, your brain to thinking that they were hot dogs. But you're not gonna fool anybody with these. Nobody's gonna pick up one of these and say, "Oh, is that a hot dog?" They are carrots at the end of the day.
Yeah, but I tell you what, this was an absolute brilliant recipe as far as I am concerned. I am looking forward to making these more in the future and having some nice time grilling up on the rooftop.
Yes, it's definitely a perfect thing when everybody else is out grilling. You take your carrot dogs out there and you'll get a lot of interesting looks and curiosity, but people think it's cool. Everyone we talked to thought it was cool that we were trying this out, and it was just a really creative recipe, so props to you, Chuck, and we will definitely be doing this one again.
Yeah. If you want to find out more about us and our website, though, you should definitely find us on all of our social media stuff. It is linked in the description below, or you can go to crocsinthekitchen.com. Also, if you're here and you're enjoying this video, please give us a like and subscribe and click that bell notification right next to it.
That's all I got.
That's all I got. We will see you next time on Crocs in the Kitchen. Bye-bye. Chuck, I'm gonna need your address though. Where do you live? I gotta give you that hug.